What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today we're talking about this cute little guy. So I bought this notebook off of Amazon.ca, and it is a notebook from Dingbats. What a great name! I don't know why it's not focusing, but there we go. This is a little notebook, little baby notebook. I forget the exact size right now. I think it's A6. It's the small one. So if I move, this out of the way. This is a typical A5, which doesn't even fit in framing of this shot. And that's the size that I got. Ooh, that is so unsteady. My tripod, my goodness. I've yet to find a tripod that I actually like. I've had like 17, and I've yet to find one that actually is what I want. And the reason that I bought, my voice just cracked. Did you guys hear that? It was like a 17-year-old boy. The reason I bought this is because I wanted to get a small notebook that I would have as a standalone from my typical journal, which you just saw, the A5, where I could just do like fitness related stuff. So whether that was like PRs in the gym, talking about like heart rate variability or just random fitness stuff. And I wanted to just get a small little guy because I do have one from Galen Leather that is like ever so slightly larger. But it's about halfway done now, and I pretty much just use it as like a whatever kind of notebook. So I wanted something that was like specific and had a hardcover that I could throw my gym bag and whatnot. So I've been hanging on to it since August, and finally I'm getting around to this review. So starting with the obvious, this is a Retro 51 rollerball. This is the Fire and Dice version specifically. Not that this review is about this pen, but I do have one if you want to see it. But it does have a little pen loop, and it fits pretty nicely. It doesn't fit a huge array of pens, but it does fit something like this very nicely. Something like a Benu Euphoria, it can fit. But I mean, it's pushing it because once it gets to the cap, it kind of struggles, but it does hold on to it. So it does stretch fairly well. But like I said, it's a small notebook, so you don't want to have too big of a pen hanging on there. But it is one of the very few notebooks that I actually use this for. It does also have a elastic band closure that I would say is like the right stiffness. Where it's not going to indent your notebook, it's so stiff, but it certainly does the job, no problemo. The cover itself is cute as a button. My cat just hopped in her litter box, so I apologize if you can hear that in the background. Cute as a button. There's so many different finishes you guys can get. I chose the elephant, which is kind of a cool gray. All of them have this sort of faux leather style to them, and I thought it just kind of fit the elephant perfectly. And I mean, he's just so cute. Look at the little guy. Really nice stitching all along the notebook. It goes into the back as well, and the back is the same material and then does have their logo stamped on it. So I think it's an adorable little notebook. There's ones with like giraffes. There's ones with like some sort of like bird animals. They're all animals that I've seen. And then the color of the notebook kind of corresponds to the animal you get. When you open it up, you have kind of like these little paw prints here. And it just says that if you are in the UK, then 2% of its revenue goes to the World Wildlife Foundation in the UK. I'm not. I'm in Canada, but still good to know. If you want to check out specifically their website, you can go to dingbats.notebook.com, and you can also fill out that information there. the dead page in between, and my test page. So let me see if I can get this to super focus here. I gave it the Retro 51s first, and the reason why I did that is because I knew I was primarily at the gym going to be using a 51. I didn't want to bring a fountain pen to the gym, so I thought I would give it these two first, and it handled both of them like a champ. This Retro 51 blue roller ball, guys, it feathers on even Tomoe River. Like, it is insane. I've never had a roller ball behave like this, but honestly, like, yes, there's minute feathering, but this paper handles it like a champ. It handles Sharpie like a champ. It handles the Pilot Falcon nib with an ebonite feed that I have Diamine writer's blood in. And oh my goodness, you guys, this pen is like insanity wet. And it handles it like a champ. It shows decent amount of shading. It does feather a little bit on Shinkai, which is strange because I've never had that before. But I would say, like, this notebook is significantly better than what I was expecting it to be for fountain pen. Like, it is 100% fountain pen friendly, I would say. Certainly no, Tomoe River. And I just did a review not too long ago on the Endless Regalia paper in their notebook and their creative block. And I would say that is still slightly better than this, but not by much. And to be fair, like, this is actually blowing away my expectations because it really does handle it quite well. So I poured on some Diamine A Night in Yudpur, or however you pronounce that, because that ink sheens like crazy. And while my camera dulls it a little bit, it certainly does show. And then J.Herbin Shogun. Again, the camera does dull it. It actually makes it appear ever so slightly grayer than it is in real life. But it definitely handles that like a champ. And it handles it on the back like a champ. Like, it's insane. I don't mind if you guys read my my stuff there. It's insanity. I wrote all of this with the rollerball, by the way. Obviously, this is back from August. The way that I kind of break some of my stuff down, not that we'll get too far into it, is I'll basically say like what my exercises were that day, what my reps were, all that kind of stuff. This was back in my endurance phase. These are sort of like some health stats. So resting heart rate, sleep that night, heart rate variability, and an estimated VO2 max. Anything I did for funsies, amount of steps, that kind of stuff. But anyways, I got the dot grid, obviously, and it is pretty solid. I haven't used too much of this notebook. In fact, I've been finding I haven't been using it a ton, actually, at the gym, because I'm busy at the gym. And it does have a little pocket in the back. So I've kind of stopped using it for the purpose that I thought I was going to use it for, because I'm finding that I actually use an app on my phone to track all this stuff, and it does have a ribbon marker, which works very, very well. And so, like, I don't really use it for the fitness stuff. So now I'm trying to sort of figure out a new plan of action for what I want to use this notebook for instead. I cut out a little piece here just because I wrote somebody's address on it. Because I don't use it for the fitness thing. So now I got to find out a new thing that I'm going to use this notebook for, because I do want to use it because it's fantastic. I'm thinking maybe when I'm done this little Galen leather one, which I still have about half the notebook for. Like I said, it's just kind of like random, whatever I want to test out stuff with. This has Tomoe River paper. I might use this instead. I'm not sure yet. let me know down in the comment section down below what I should use this for because this is actually a really great notebook. I like it a lot. Like I said, the initial reason I bought it for didn't end up using it for there because technology won, and I do end up using just a phone app while I'm at the gym. And I do also have a 2023 Rhodia notebook planner that I'm going to use specifically for cardio sessions because I do want to start tracking my cycling and running in the future. Who knows? Maybe I'll add some swimming into that. But the app that I use is just solidly like for the actual like gym stuff. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for now. But do I recommend it for you guys? Absolutely. You can get A5 sizes of this journal. And if it wasn't for the fact that I have about 7 A5 journals that I have to go through, I 100% would buy one for my journal in an A5 size because I am really, really impressed by this notebook. Much more impressed than I thought I was going to be. I think if you're in the market for something like a Leuchtturm, because you don't want to, spend too much on something that's a little bit more fountain pen friendly, then I would say, to be fair, go with this instead. This paper quality is better than Leuchtturm, in my humble opinion. But I am only one person, so please take a look at the comment section down below. If you have used Dingbats before, let me know your opinion of them, especially if you've used many, many different notebooks as well, so that if somebody is on the market for a new notebook, they will have more than just my opinion. Guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you liked it a lot but haven't done so already, do hit subscribe. New videos come out every Monday and Friday and the occasional Tuesday. Also, don't be afraid of that description section. There you will find a link to my Patreon account if you want to help support me and what I do here, as well as my Instagram if you want to see more day-to-day stuff. All right, guys. Bye. All right, everybody, it's time again to thank the Patreon crew. I'm filming this as of September 12th, 2022, so if you don't see your name here, I do update these regularly. We have 2 ultimate humans, Mr. Daniel Roddy and Comp Dave. And for my VIP tier, we have Susan, McCall Bennett Lawrence, Karen Epstein, Gretchen Peters, Carol Lowry, Michael Simon, Subiwan Kenobi, Catherine Molina, Weilei Chang, Brian Law, Bill Pemberton, Lucas Bell, Robert Myers, Marissa Calvo, Eric Lineman, Jessica Chow, DigitalTent.tech, Brian Hunter, Bobby A. Bailey, Bass, Joan Worthman, Luna Wolf Games, Aaron C., and Glenn Kelly. Thank you, everyone who supports me, whether you're in the shout-out tier or not. You all help make this dream possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And once again, I'll see you next time. Bye.